It's our biggest test in Europe so far. We've only got Juventus. Hello everybody and welcome back. What you're watching now is the 2 goals that put an end to our hopes of ever getting anything against Liverpool. Haaland getting the first one, then gets involved with the second one as well before Revolt drills one in from the edge of the box. Outplayed is what I would say in that game, but saying that, possession wise we did really well and we had more shots, so Liverpool were just a little bit more clinical than what we were. But yeah, a 2-0 loss at home, not the best, but I didn't realise they had Haaland. When did they get him? They're only loaning him out. Wow. Interesting. He's 28 years old though, and he's not scoring as many though, is he? He's really struggling to... He did alright at Salzburg, then Chelsea had him, and yeah, he's not done too particularly well. I'm quite surprised, but he's already got 3 goals for Liverpool and 2 assists and 1 man of the match, so he's doing rather well there. I think he's rather suited there. I think he's playing on the right hand side though, believe it or not. Yeah, he is. Why not forward? We do wonder sometimes. So, but that does lead us on to the big game for this episode, which is going to be away at Juventus, and then we've got an away game against West Ham. The table as it stands at the moment is we're in 7th position because of that loss to Liverpool. We are just hanging into the top 7, and to be perfectly honest, I don't think we have anything really to worry about from the teams below us. Let's have a look at the side that is going to take on Juventus for the first game. We do play him again in a couple of weeks at home, so let's see if we can give a good account of ourselves this time round. Young is going to be in goal. Carlos, Wakefield, Buongiorno and Colotti at the back. Campado in the centre. We've got McNally and O'Reilly. We've got Maldini and Hughes. And then we've got Pietro up front, as you would expect. Juventus, on the other hand, not doing too particularly well, though, to be fair. They're 17th in the Serie A. Oh, they're right down here. What has happened? This could be the opportunity for us to strike while the iron is hot. Wow, that is really worrying on their part. They lost a spell, drew with Parma. They beat Diedma. I suppose the 2 wins in Europe are mainly their bigger wins, but apart from that, they have lost a lot of games. They've only won the 1 game in the league against Sassuolo. We could do some damage here, boys and girls. I'm a little bit astounded by that. But this is a sign that's going to take them on. Let's see if they will take them on. I didn't realise the Juventus were playing that poorly. But 1 win in the first whatever games it is. That is 8 or 9 games. They are 2 for 2 in Europe though. So are they concentrating all their time on Europe? I don't know. Did they get into the European Champions League? I'm going to have another look. I'm just intrigued as to how they're in this situation, though, to be honest. As we've kicked off, we are in in Turin. We've had a couple of shots already, both all off target, though, I presume. There's only 1 goal. Sociedad are playing Slavia Prague, and they're 1-0 up. Oh, Mets have gone 2-0 up against Maccabi. 2 goals in 1 minute there, first 3 minutes. Goals are flying all over the place, but not here. I would like to see if we could do something here, as looks like there's been a penalty push there. Yeah, it's a push. Confirmed. We didn't even need VAR for that one. We've got Young in goal. He's not a penalty stopper. Clearly he's not a penalty stopper, and Juventus do take the lead. That is really disappointing. I was really hoping we'd do something here. Very good penalty. Goalkeeper diving the other way, and they nearly ripped the back of the net there. Juventus we probably would expect to lose against, but after seeing what they're like in the league so far, I'm not so sure. I think we can go out there and at least get a goal back as we start the ball rolling. As Carlos skips past his man. Feeds in Pietro, and Pietro puts it in the back of the net. He's continuing his fine form for scoring in every European League game so far, which is very good indeed. And that's his 7th of the season. Is that his 6th in Europe? Who cares? He's just gone and put us back in the game with a lovely ball in through Carlos. and that's a beautiful slot in, side of footed past the goalkeeper there. Composure is the key of the game. A draw wouldn't be too bad. I don't know what's happening in the other game though. The Hungarian side are beating Dinamo 1-0. As we start off from the back in this attack, are we going to get another goal? Ball's over to McNally. McNally heads into Maldini. Maldini's, I think it's the first time we've seen him on the board tonight. And the ball comes in. Cross. Riley. What a flipping strike that is. Wow. He's delighted. 25 yards or more. Oh, I say, what a goal by O'Reilly. That is wonderful. Liam Hughes with the nod down. Maldini doing all the donkey work on the right hand side. Cross comes in. It's headed away. Liam Hughes holds it up for him. And what a finish. Wow, this is truly amazing. What, another chance, really? We just chucked that one. Everton's there on the left back. As Juventus try to get away, we nicked it. McNally with a strike, hits the bar. Oh, good grief, we're on fire here. Do we need to change anything at all at this point? I think not. I don't think we need to, but I think we'll have to. There's 15 minutes to go. We're just going to change something. Wakefield is on a yellow card, though. We can switch him with Padu. I'm going to bring Biscuits into that position. So it's just the one change there. Maldini and Hughes. Hughes played well. Maldini's played well. Colotti's not, but I think either McNally, Maldini, or well, one of them can come off. As Rabbi, it should be on the bench. He is. So we'll bring in Rabbi on the left hand side, and then we'll just switch them two over. We'll confuse the people just a little bit more as well as we start the last 10 minutes of the game. As Juventus with a free kick with Bellerin, Ndombele. Like Celso, can we nick the ball? Pressure him. Oh, we do header it. We do intercept, and Rabbi's got it now. What he has to do is push it forward or go wide. Takes past one man. He's back in. Good crossing. But oh my God, what a strike! Maldini with a wonderful goal. Wow, what a strike! That's another beautiful goal. Only good goals come here at Turin, and that is wow. That's another strike. Wow, the goals of the season are in contention in this game. What a strike by Maldini. Buongiorno, I think, being who he is as a centre-back with his volley, I think he's goal of the season so far, but the others are coming very close indeed. And Riley and Maldini doing the work. And that's it. We've just won away from home. Oh, wow. What can I say? What can I say? If you told me we were going to compete against Juventus in Turin and do this, I'd call you a liar. I'd call you out. That is a marvellous display of good football, that is. We heap their first defeat in Europe. Just out of interest, before we go back, did they go into no, they were straight into the Europa League. So what did they do last season? Did they win a competition last season? Did they win it last season? They must have just they lost in the quarterfinals to Chelsea, so they must have finished a little bit high up to finish in the Europa League last season. But that is truly amazing, guys. We win 3-1 in Turin. Excellent effort. Who's to say now that we can't go and win the Europa League? I think it's a done deal. Quality of possession, I mean 61% possession in Turin. Wow, that is that's brilliant. 14 shots as well. Well, we went down and held it to make some changes. Responded magnificently, I guess. O'Reilly on form, and we're going to give him man of the match as well. He's got man of the match, but we'll give him a little bit of praise as well. The other game ends in a 1-1 draw. I think we're going to be pretty comfortable at the top. We've got another game. We will be playing Juventus once again, as we only scored 3 goals this time away in Juventus. Not quite the 4 goals, but already we've scored 11 goals, conceded 2, and I'm reasonably happy with that. Another win, and I think we will have qualified. I think if we beat Juventus at home, I think we'll be laughing our way to the next round. Right, West Ham. So we'll mosey over to that, and we'll see you guys in a few seconds. Right, here we are at the London Stadium. We're not doing too well in London, namely Spurs and Chelsea so far this season, but we're hoping to change that against West Ham. Right, after that brilliant display against Juventus in Turin, we're just going to try and win this one as well. West Ham are going to come at us, but we're going to start off with a few different players. Purely because we've got Man United in the Carabao Cup in just 2 days' time. And plus we want to give some of them a little bit of a rest because they have just played against Juventus. But the obvious ones we will be keeping in here. So Bartoli is going to start in goal for this one instead of Young. Williams and Vasquez are out on the wing backs. And then we've got Buongiorno and Wakefield in the centre. Wakefield playing against his former club. Biscuits is just going to play as anchorman. We've got Amar and O'Reilly in the centre with Rabbi and Maldini out on the wings with Pietro up front. Now he's found his goal scoring boots. Let's see if he can bag a couple more as well. And don't forget, we've just beaten Juventus in their own backyard. Can we beat West Ham in their own backyard? And we'll just go and say with a faith. I mean, does this really make any bit of difference? We don't really know, do we? Start off, and then I think at the moment we're lying in 7th or 8th position. We're outside the top 7 for the first time. But if the results go our way today, then we could find ourselves back in the top 7. Bartoli plays it over to Wakefield. Wakefield then plays it back as we try and get the ball in. But O'Reilly now has the ball over to Rabbi. Okay, so he's going to start his game for the first time for a few games as well. O'Reilly, it's normally been Maldini and Hughes. As that's a shot that's just flashed wide there. Was that Wakefield? Not quite sure. They've got Lukaku up front. That's odd. Maldini with free kick off the post, but it is put in through O'Reilly, who's first onto it, like a rabbit. There he was, like a jackrabbit, and straight in on it, pounced on it, and wow, like a panther. Not rabbit. Rabbit's just too weak, isn't it? It's a panther. He strikes while the iron's hot, and it's off the post. Everybody's on the floor watching, and he's slotted in there as another free kick for West Ham, and that's over. I thought that was a save, fingertip save. I was sure it was, but Lukaku's there. He is. He's marking our centre back there as Rabbi has the ball, playing to the centre as we're playing the ball nicely around. Unlike in Turin, we have taken the lead in this game. So hopefully we'll be able to hold it or progress a little bit more. As Maldini's on that left-hand side. We don't often see him on that left-hand side. He plays it into Riley, who plays it all the way back to Biscuits, who's playing it all the way back. But Vasquez now on the left-hand side. He's cutting inside. Cross comes in. Back post. Rabbi's just wide and over. 1-0 it is. So this will be a good result regardless. Anyway, to win in London is always a good result, especially after losing to Spurs and Chelsea and at home to Liverpool. So the big clubs we're still struggling against, but that's 2-0. Pietro gets another goal. He's starting to find form, isn't he, Pietro? He's probably thinking, Kylian? Who's Kylian? We all know who Kylian is. Kylian is somebody we probably want to have back as well at some point, but Pietro has been with us from the start, I think, from this journey we've all been on, and he's doing very well indeed. 2-0. A third wouldn't go amiss either. We're playing really well here. O'Reilly gets involved. Amar, Biscuits, Amar. Over to Vasquez, and this is where all the trouble is, down this left hand side. And well, not again. It's another goal. Pietro's got his brace. That's 2 now for him, and it's Vasquez with another assist. Is that his second assist today? I'm sure it is, because I'm sure he assisted the second goal. But again, he's making a lot of noise down that left-hand side. They're really struggling, aren't they, West Ham? As we're just making mincemeat out of them. Surely not another one before half-time. That would really be ridiculous. But let's do it again. Pietro almost for a hat-trick there. As Lukaku's been brought down by Wakefield, no less. He has survived. Did he get a yellow card? No, he survived it. No yellow card for Wakefield, so that's quite lucky. 56,500 more here than there was in Turin. How? How does that even happen? Yeah, I thought Juventus had quite a large capacity. Maybe they've been struggling of recent years and they've had to downsize. 20 minutes to go. To say we're comfortable is understatement, but we're comfortable. Vasquez, unless we do something really silly, which we don't want to do, is Pietro is on for a hat-trick. Left foot, it's in the back of the net. His hat-trick, his 10th goal of the game season already. He's found the net, hat-trick. What a great goal. We're going to have to keep him on, aren't we? Or do we rest him? We have got, like I say, United in a day or two. We could let him finish off, or we can just bring in Jules on, give him some chances up front as well. And Pietro, well played, sir. I think that will be your last chance of the game, I think. 3 goals, you can't be too greedy. But 4-0 away at West Ham. The goals are still flying in. We just can't beat the likes of Liverpool. Hewison on the ball now for West Ham. All he has to do is cross it, back post, and straight into the arms of Batali. And he's keeping very well a clean sheet. He's going to be starting in the next game against United as well in the Carabao Cup. So hopefully he'll do well there, keep a clean sheet, and we can come away with a victory there as well. Amar to Biscuits to Wakefield, and we're just playing the ball around. We do want to make a couple of substitutions at some point, guys. Wakefield playing very, very well out the back, and the ball over the top to Pietro, who almost had it though. So I'm just going to pause it there, and I am going to make the change now. We're going to bring in Jules in. He can play up front. Arnold for Rabbi. Do we bring anybody else in? Voisin for Wakefield, just because he's probably being targeted as to be sent off. After that challenge on Lukaku, he was lucky to get away with it. We do have the ball with Jules. He's coming forward. He's coming forward again. He's going wide. And that's a poor... was that a cross? Was it a shot? Who knows? 5 to go and we have the ball. The highlights are coming thick and fast. But we do have the ball and we are relatively comfortable. There's no... the big improvement in the side is massive, to bring in some class players as well. Probably not world-class players, but I think of the likes of Maldini, we've got Wakefield, even Ampadu, they've all made a big difference in there. And even Armour, I might call him Armour, but there he is on the ball there. Vasquez on the left-hand side, is he going to get another assist? A cross comes in, not quite, but Arnold's there, just skimming the bar. We've hit the woodwork twice. We've had 5 clear-cut chances, 20 shots on goal, well 21 now, and 57% possession. I mean, to say we've played West Ham, we've struggled in recent seasons against them, and we're just totally blown them out of the water. That is amazing. 4-0 away from home. Another outstanding display of football there. Excellent effort, guys. Well played, sirs. Well played indeed. We are now in 6th position, 19 points. We're still 8 points behind the leaders, but if we can finish top 7, I'll be relatively happy. That is where we're aiming for. And once we start beating 1 or 2 of these at home, getting a couple of results, that would improve our position as well. Because I think it'll only be a couple of points in it, I think. Tottenham are going to be struggling in a fair bit. Liverpool did lose a game. They lost to Chelsea 3-0, and that was just before we played them. Pietro, man of the match. He is on fire at the moment. So if we just look at this, finishing's only 14, so it should be a lot more than that, I feel. So we just have a look. He's got 5 in 9 in the league, 1 assist and 2 player of the matches, but 10 in 13, I suppose, 2 a substitute. So he's doing very well indeed. Continental 5 in 3. He's just playing brilliant, isn't he? From Chievo. In fact, we got him late on, didn't we? We got him late on. He's been with us now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is his 6th season with us. So it's been with us a while, and he has produced pretty well. I'm hoping he's going to get into the 20s, but it all depends what our wonder kid that comes in January is like. Just out of interest, how is Killian doing? Would you like to come back, Killian? Because you're not performing very well, are you? Please come back to us. Would you like to come back to us? I'm begging now. I mean, he's found his way up to Real Madrid. I mean, we could bring him back. Could we have him back on loan maybe? But when we come back, we will be shooting over to the next European game, which will be at home to Juventus. And probably at home to Norwich at the same time. Norwich are just below us. If you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more new to the channel, please subscribe. And until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.